There are many ways to segment talent, and almost every organization we've worked with has a different view on how to do this. However a company decides to do it, the biggest challenge is to keep track of who's in and who's out of a particular segment. So ideally, you want to be able to automatically assign people to a particular talent segment based on reliable data that you can extract from your HR system. This makes the process much easier to manage. But the first question we should be asking is, why bother segmenting talent in the first place? You probably segment your customers into those who spend a lot with you and those who spend a little. You'll do that so that you can build different strategies to manage and retain those customers, because they'll have different needs. This way, you can anticipate their requirements and resource accordingly. And that's exactly the same reason you need to segment your talent. Anticipate their needs and provide them with the right resources. In this section, I'm going to talk you through the data points that Datawiz uses to differentiate talent. Each condition acts like a gate, and there are 4 conditions that can be applied to everyone. The first condition is performance. So poor performance need their own segment regardless of any other condition. The next condition is the level of work. You'll usually have a grading system or some sort of designation of level that can be used for this. Because there are usually not too many executives, they get their own segment. The next role is differentiating people and process managers. Because job titles can be misleading, where people have the title manager but don't actually manage anyone, we use the data point number of direct reports. If the person has 2 or more direct reports, we assign them to the people manager segment, and if they have less than 2 direct reports, we assign them to the process management segment. The reason for using 2 direct reports is that if somebody is managing 2 or more people, they should be spending at least 30% of their time managing those people. The last condition is the rate of their transition. So people on an accelerated career trajectory haven't had the same amount of time to learn from their mistakes and gain the experience of their peers at the same level. So they have a very specific set of developmental priorities. Let's take a look at some of those developmental priorities. So you'll see here that the developmental priorities of professionals are different to the developmental priorities of people leaders. Let's zoom in a little bit on the type of challenges that people leaders will have. The first thing is that they need to operationalize strategy. They also need to start building commitment to the brand, and they need to create accountability for results. So these are the specific challenges that people leaders in your organization are facing, and you need to think, are we designing learning and development interventions to be able to support our people leaders? Segmentation can also be really useful for identifying succession candidates, and particularly if you're looking to drive diversity. Successes for executive roles will usually come from the people management segment. And if you wanted to identify possible female successors within finance who are in the accelerated segment, this visualization would tell you exactly who they are, and so that you could then create a customized development plan for those individuals. So real-time interactive analytics gives you the ability to answer questions like these. How many female accelerated people leaders could be possible successors in your largest function? How many next-gen process professionals would benefit from an industry conference in the field of their expertise? How many people are in your senior people leader pool that could be considered as possible successors to your executive team?